What's going on, gamers? Man, what a way to end that state of play, Sony. Okay, started off strong with Saros and ended strong. And I called it, I said this was going to be a solid to good one. They at least are going to be doing this. And you know we're not going to hate over here. I have to tell you, when it comes to Marvel, X-Men is my favorite. I've been burnt out of everything else, but I always love me some Wolverine. Just like that 360 Wolverine game, all the way back to the Wolverine games on Super Nintendo. Seeing that ending, this is what we have to start off with, because, man, seeing that ending, yeah, it definitely made me happy because I'm redeemed, and I didn't expect it to come out so bloody. They're going like, raw mature style Wolverine for like grown-ups. And yeah, I have to say, Insomniac is impressing me because we have to think about this direction too. The whole state of play was actually solid. There were some times where it's like, okay, up and down, I'm a little bit worried, but then they play some things at the right moments to make it a solid state of play with good moments where you see Saros gameplay and ending with Wolverine. Starting off strong and finishing strong. And having some, there was some stuff in between. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I really don't want to see some of this stuff. But overall, it was actually the best state of play I've seen in a while. And it's something Sony needed after all the drama that is going to be leading into Ghost of Yote. So this is a strong momentum wave to get started and lead into Yote. As we know, things are trending. Insomniac was trending, then it was Wolverine, then it was State of Play. This stuff's going to be happening on and off. We had a lot of stuff to talk about here, but let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe. So Insomniac Games tweets and says, Death's always waiting, but not for me. Hey, bub, dig your claws into our new trailer for Marvel's Wolverine, coming to PlayStation 5 consoles, fall 2026. And immediately had 75,000 views instantly. We're also excited to add audio description to our Marvel Wolverine's trailer, included in the audio settings on YouTube. KGN Gamer here saying day one, down the bomb fall 2026. I will be there no matter what. Charlie Intel's here. We see a lot of people, because one thing about this game too you need to understand is eventually it could come to your doorstep in the Xbox world. It can come to your doorstep on the PC world. So when we see these games, we're seeing a video game of either we're interested in it or we're not, regardless of the platform. Definitely now more than ever, knowing where things can branch out. We're going to get to some other games too, don't worry. But this is the highlight of the show, obviously, and a lot of people have been asking and begging for this, and they have been getting hounded for it, and now it is here, and man, they nailed it. So what I want to talk about when it comes to direction too also is it doesn't feel anything like you're playing Spider-Man, which is not like that. You know what I mean? They gave you that authentic feeling, saying not only can we direct Ratchet and Clank and all those other games, but we're coming to direct a different type of setting and giving you a setting that you've probably never seen, something so bloody and ferocious like that. And then he has his human aspect too. I just really like everything they were showing there. And it can only get more polished and better. Now, going over to Sony's page here, speaking of this, the pulse thing, they've been like doing some things. Microsoft has their own audio aspect as well. Honestly, this is actually cool. And the reason why I like this and the reason why I think this is a good hint for thing is it giving you more of a unified sync. Like you saw going right into the PC, then going into the handheld. Just like what Microsoft's doing with their thing, Sony's kind of implementing that, and they're putting their own wireless surround enhancement in there, which I think is actually pretty cool. But it gives you the idea about PlayStation PC. That's something that Sony is going to continue big time because they've created the accessories based around a ecosystem base rather than just only on consoles. I don't know if people notice that, but when you think about this, it's saying you can use it for your desktop too. Sony's trying to tap into all markets with that. Now, Saros. Okay, so let's talk about this next, because this game impressed me. Now, one thing I like about House Marquee is that they are continuously making the jumps. Like they went from a double A indie, triple A indie to like full blown next gen indie. We saw that with Returnal, and with this, it looks like they're mastering that take and adding it more depth to it, making it more immersive where it feels like a AAA game. And it has that quality to it that you saw from Eternal, but it looks like it's more like refined here. I like what I saw. And then we see they have a window. So Sony's starting off the next year strong, and they kind of need to because it's been disappointing this year. So knowing that they're going to actually drop Ghost, then have Phantom Blade, which we still haven't got a release date for that, man. Where the hell is that at? But it can have that, have Phantom Blade, then lead into next year with all those strong releases. It's looking a lot better now. And it's like I said, this gives you an idea and a peer into what's going on other platforms as well. And then we're going to get to the Microsoft stuff too, because they made another appearance again. Well, yeah, we're going to see that. But the 5 minute of gameplay, Sony's coming in and they're giving you gameplay here. Same thing with Wolverine, they're giving you gameplay. Then you got this deep dive after. I really like that it wasn't just no teaser, that you gave somebody like something where it's like, okay, I feel satisfied with that. I didn't feel like I was let down, because it's been a while since I felt like this for PlayStation. I felt like this lash at the beginning of the year, right? Because we had all those games that were really nice. When you think about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, when you think about Grand Blue Fantasy, which I platinumed, by the way, when you think about the Rise of Ronin, and you think about Stellar Blade, they were coming strong. And then we saw Astrobot was coming that year too, and we thought a lot of other stuff was going to happen. And then Concord was just disappointing. I'm like, oh, then the PS5 Pro launch, but then things are slowly turning around. That we still need some work on the PS5 Pro. This right here is another way of having a strong momentum shift into Ghost. So yeah, I liked what I saw in Saros. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. These are the two things that Sony has obviously posted. But going over to just, everything in general, after watching this, I think they're getting kind of the idea now with this single player state of play, if you feel me. Like, it wasn't about no live service. There was no fair game here. And I heard that actually may have been canceled, by the way. So I like this because, like I said, this was about the Sony that I know. Hey, that strong single player game right here, that strong single player game right here. Some of these single player games, you do got that one quirky online game, which I thought was funny going on, but they're focusing back at what made PlayStation strong to begin with. Good single player games. Don't worry too much about the multiplayer, that'll come. But always make sure you have that balance going. And in this state of play, you have to ask internally, is Sony moving back, or are they getting the point? This is more about getting the point, and this was needed. Because I'm telling you, Microsoft was having a better year with them, but everybody has been on their insane anti-spree, consumer spree lately, that good Lord, man. But like I said, once again, I'm pretty sure you guys agree with me. This is a way of getting them more positive, back on track. And saying that, yeah, there we go. Now next time, show Intergalactic and show another single player game and keep that single player momentum going more. And then if you're going to do something live service, make sure it's impactful, like a Helldivers or something. Then your plan is working. Just like Microsoft's branching out, third party all over the platform, making massive profit and having it on Game Pass, plan could be working. They both have some ideas that if they get it going the right way, and Sony keeping live service on other platforms, stuff like this is just nothing but bliss, because it's also going to be benefiting everybody in the long term, and they're going to be getting more profit in the long term. So yeah, this video is just not just about how good the state of play was, but just the direction that Sony chose to go to do good in the state of play, and it was focused on single player games. Because you already have so much third party coming everywhere. You guys know what I mean? So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with this state of play. It wasn't a letdown. Let's see what Microsoft has to do next and what Nintendo has to do next. So they've been doing well. I mean, they're tearing it up, and they have a game for every single damn month, even all the way till next year. We were worried about Sony. What was their plans, after the Helldivers 2 launch, and then, the other drama going on. But yeah, so there we have it, y'all. Overall, I'm not going to stretch this out too long. I liked everything I saw here. Like I said, the Saros gameplay is pretty good. It looks unique. I like the world. It looks unique. I feel like I was seeing IPs here, even like some of that third-party stuff that felt unique, that I felt like, okay, this kind of feels like the PlayStation that I know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. This game looked great. Wolverine looked great. I like some of those time exclusives, or if they're not exclusives, Neo 3. Yeah, we could talk about that. Neo 3 is looking good. It's looking like they're taking that to the next level. And the devs were also saying that it's going to be more open, so don't worry about it being too ridiculous, because we're kind of trying to go more open, maybe streamlined style. Dynasty Warriors, I'm kind of more into Hyrule Warriors. So just to kind of highlight some games I think that, looked pretty cool. That unique game, that Japanese one came, that was cracking me up. That looked cool. But other than that, yeah, those are kind of the highlights of the show right there. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace out. Have a great day. Do I have to do the pony sit down? Yes, I do. Sit down. But PlayStation gamers, we're eating. I'm looking forward to it. And gamers, Xbox gamers, PC gamers, and Switch 2 gamers, yeah, in the future, you'll be getting some of these games and be eating too. We like what we've seen here, and I'm glad Sony didn't let us down. Because who doesn't want a good gaming show, regardless? Peace out, y'all. Stay gaming.